All right, so we are in a little bit of predicament. Yeah, I cut myself shaving. It's what happens when you're half asleep shaving. So basically, we've got a massive crop field that direction, freshly planted peanuts. We've got a trap back that direction. Way over here, we've got another, actually a 53-acre peanut field. I do know the exact acreage on that peanut field. And then over here, we have a bait site that we've had for quite a while. The hogs are coming to the bait site. They were coming about 4 o'clock in the morning, and then they were coming in about, now they're coming in like right at dark. They've already figured out the peanuts. They've already figured it out. They found the peanuts. They were in the trap one time. We were still trying to assess what exactly the group was. So this is not probably going to work, but it's what we get paid to do to try to make it work. Is we're bringing in a chief trap. We're going to throw it up, bait it, and let it rip. Our landowner has got a team of guys that will come in tonight and shoot the hogs, do thermal work, because they got to get them off the peanuts so they can actually turn into a plant. That field is irrigated. That field is not. So I got Zeb with me, and we're just going to buzz this thing up and let it rip. We don't know if it's going to work, but it's one of those things we're going to try to make it work. The advantage of the chief trap is it's it's the largest drop trap in the world. So there's a good chance that, if they come in tonight and they get used to our human scent and all that, we got a shot. We're just trying. It's really odd. We don't know where they're sleeping at. That's the problem. It's a group of about 20 hogs. We don't know where they lay their head down at night. They need water. There's a little water here, but not much, and they're not going to spend the night here. So we're not really sure where they're at. That track over there where the semi-permanent Jaeger Pro's at is a good track. A lot of good hog sign, water. But we think for some reason they're somewhere else around here. So the saga of hogs. So we got to get to work because we're running out of daylight. So we're running out of daylight. But what we did is we came over here and actually turned the feeder off, our bait site. This has worked out really well as a bait site for us. It's kind of an entry point. We use bait site a lot to kind of let us know hogs are on the property. It's always been this little pocket of woods right here with some live oaks in it. Sorry, mosquito. But the problem is that this was all pines and it got clear cutted. So we didn't really think any hogs would be coming in here, but they are coming in here. And there's just this little pocket of water, which makes no sense to us. But something's bringing them in here. Now I'm going to buzz you through, show you all the historical rubbing up against these trees. We did a video on this a long time ago. But we got the chief trap up. Everything's running. SQ ratings are good. And if you're not familiar what that means, it just means that we got good signal. And Zeb's making a few finer adjustments on some limbs. And we got to get out of here because literally, last night they were here at 9 o'clock. And it's 8:30 right now in the evening. So I'm going to buzz you back through and keep our fingers crossed. So you can see here how they've been rubbing around these trees, but they've been doing this for years. Years and years and years. We've been trapping this property for years. Ducks come in here, but all of this. But once it got clear cutted, we were kind of confident that, there wouldn't be a whole lot of activity left in here because there's no cover between here and all the woods and places, but they're coming in. So ideally, we could have wrapped that feeder. It would have been a little hard for us to get in here. So we went ahead and just put the chief trap up over here. Everything looks really good. Functioning as designed, just doing the finishing touches. So as I said earlier, our other trap, our 12-panel single gate Jaeger Pro, is straight back over that way. That trap used to be over there, but due to some cattle being put in there, we kind of had to shift things around. So it's like we're having to relearn the property. All right, we got to get going. All right, so you can see it in the background. We got the chief trap up, live video camera, no booster antenna. Had a good enough SQ rating. It just kind of tells us how much signal we got. And we're not running a feeder in it. We made an attachment for the chief trap to run a feeder, but we just poured corn out there at the center post, so you can kind of get a look at her. So we are kind of rushing because we want to get out of here. Last night they were in here, like I said, 9 o'clock. That's 30 minutes from now, so we got to go. Cross your fingers. All right, so we are back here in the shop. Kind of had a buzz out of there because it was getting close to dark. We needed to get out of there. So for you to kind of understand, I mean, we kind of had a pretty good system up there, but about 6 months ago, we had to move the trap due to land changing, cattle being brought in. Where we went, we thought we were good. Didn't really have a lot of hog sign at the time. And then this group just, migrated in from somewhere. So the one night that they were in the trap, it wasn't the full group. Outside camera was catching multiple hogs. We didn't drop because it wasn't the full group. We knew we had more. Then they never came back. And so the farmer's gonna have to plant his peanuts. If the farmer comes in tonight and shoots at the hogs, which we understand that that's part of what our system, you know what I mean? We're in agreement. He knows that shooting at them is a temporary solution to a permanent problem. There's always going to be a hog problem, but the farmer has to buy time for that plant to come up. He's got the resources, the equipment, the above to do an operation like that. If not, then we would be doing it because we work for him and that's part of our agreement. So for us to bring in an additional trap, just kind of like a gambling thing, like what the heck. So he shoots at him tonight in this field over here, the trap is here, shoots at him in this field, whichever. It's gonna scatter them. And now we've got 2 systems up there because they're gonna be looking for a food source. We know they've already been to one trap. This trap is right next to that bait site, which we shut down now. And the bait site doesn't pour a lot of corn, just enough to slow them down and we can get a picture of them. So we'll kind of see what happens. We've got another field. Kind of did the same thing, honestly. We brought in another chief trap. So the bad part is we have no other traps to push out. I mean, there's nothing. We have a new system right over here for sale, but any of our inventory for what we do for the business, I mean, we're tapped, we're out. Honestly, I don't know how many traps we have out right now. I know it's over 20. But anyway, tired, wore out, already had my big ass salad, and we just gonna wrap it up. So hopefully y'all enjoyed the video. Maybe learned a few things. Like I said, we kind of had to rush, but just kind of wanted to show you the options. How the chief trap works. Again, it is called the closure. That's technically what its name is, but we call it the chief trap. So, like I said, keep your fingers crossed. And worst case scenario, we tried and it didn't work. And at least we tried. Y'all have a good night.